want to say something. I'm probably going to get executed for this. I wish whoever invented the fucking filter would get fucking executed 2 days before you fucking submitted the bullshit. It is such, it ruins.
So you've been catfished.
No way. I wish I would. I don't even go. I'm not an online type of person. I'm not an online person.
Does he have to
I'm
die?
not online trying to date women. I promise that's not me.
Why does he have to die behind a filter?
Because I just think it's making women to where
they only feel comfortable.
They only feel like I'll give you an example. I shouldn't say this, but
a
couple weeks ago, someone tried to take a picture of me. And it was the first time I ever tried to take a picture with with those filters. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do I look like a zombie? Why is this shit coming out? She was laughing. And I was like, you find this funny? Like, you take pictures like this? And she tried to take it again. I was like, I'm good. Just take the filter off. Because it's just weird to me. Like, it's very fucking weird. And I don't know. I just feel like women and men, there's a lot of men that would use it. And if I'm on camera right now, if you're using filters, kill yourself.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're finally back with episode 3 of the Solar Podcast. I got my friends here with me. I got 2 married people and we got the singles over here, and we're about to talk and
get into it.
Yeah, so first, I want to take some time to shout out Chino here at the podcast house and Jared, my engineer, Shay Boogie in the cut. Thank you. I couldn't do it without you, girl. Anyway, the sponsor for this podcast is My Beauty Plug. They are a wholesale beauty vendor that I want you guys to go check out. They have a members only sign on for $49 a month. I mean, $49 a year. Sorry, not $49 a month. $49 a year, where you get your everyday beauty needs, but at a wholesale price. Think of like your big time stores that are like that. It's just like that. I also have a website with them that you can shop if you just want to shop for your everyday beauty needs. It is Solora with 4 A's, just like my social media, .myshopify.com. So you can go on there, check out some stuff. I got some good perfumes on there, some makeup, styling tools, just your everyday needs that you need for the beauty industry. So make sure you check that out. I want you guys to go follow my TikTok, Solora with 4 A's at the end, SOLAURA, 4 A's at the end. My Instagram, same thing. I have Facebook that I'm going to try to keep up with. It is Solora Podcast. I also have a TikTok page, Solora Podcast. So make sure you guys go follow them. And yeah, let's get started. I'm going to let my friends introduce themselves, starting right here.
All right. So I am Rodney B. I am the owner of Good Music, which is a culture epicenter in the Lehigh Valley. We do music, vinyl records, it's a bookstore, a cafe. We just a place for culture just to come through, chill, relax, and just catch a good vibe.
That's dope. So you guys do like poem nights and stuff like that?
Yeah, so jazz night. We do jazz nights every last Saturday of the month.
That's awesome.
So live jazz, poetry, some fire food. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, whether you're single, you're married, you're dating, it's for everybody. So
do you guys have social media page?
Yes. So you can look for us on Instagram at Good Music. We are on Facebook at Good Music, and we have a website called Good Music. It don't matter how you spell it, because I bought all the domains. You can find it.
Yeah, so
if you look for it, you're going to find it.
Oh, we're going to tag it in here.
Yeah,
so we'll put it
sure.
there. All right. And we got my sister here with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Gladys. Can't compete with that. I'm a nurse. And a mom and a wife.
Which is important, right?
I don't have the good music or the good food, so.
But she's a nurse. She's out here saving lives.
Yeah,
so there we go. And we got
Bo.
Bo.
I am in the auto sales. I sell vehicles. That's all I really do. Not much more than that. And I'm a father.
That's
it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Bo is the other single guy on the show with me. So they are the married people. not to each other, but they have their own married lives. And we are the singles that... So this episode is kind of like, not that I am picking the married brain, but I'm not one that believes in marriage. I've never felt the need to get married. It's not something like I tell them that's on my wish list. So I'm okay with not getting married. So I just want to hear y'all point of views. I heard you're kind of the same way. You're okay with not getting married. If it happens, it happens.
100%.
Yeah, you're not
100%.
pressed on it.
Not at all.
Exactly.
No
So
desire.
just want to hear both your aspect on how marriage life has been compared to your single life.
I don't remember that. It's been so many years.
Yeah, so I'm sure
Single
it's been many years for the both of you. So I have a game here. The game is called Love and Lust. It's a drinking game. I know you two don't drink, so you guys will sip your waters and juice. It has 4 categories. We're gonna drink.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
we're gonna have a good time.
So we
Okay.
can get y'all lit pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As long as y'all don't laugh at every single freaking thing.
We will do our best.
It has 4 categories. It's called
gonna be
Love and
both.
Lust.
It's gonna be both.
The first category is marriage myths. The second category is dating dilemmas. The third category is relationship realities. And the fourth category is expectation versus reality. So we're going to go around. You guys can pick one from each of the 4 categories. I'm going to read the card out loud for you guys, how the game goes. So if someone agrees, they're going to take a drink. If someone has been through something or have experienced something just like that, you're going to take 2 drinks. If anyone laughs, everyone takes a drink. So
Hopefully you guys have a good bladder.
I know. Well, hopefully you do, because y'all the ones drinking the juice and the water. So I can hold mine. I'm not going to pop the seal. Anyway, so that's the game. And we're going to get into it. I'm going to pick the first one. Let's see. I'm gonna go with relationship reality. So I'm just gonna pick a random one. Like I said, these are just statements. So if you agree, you agree. If you don't, if you have any insight on what is being said, please share it, because I do want to hear it. You realize your partner has a different love language than you.
That's everyone though.
Yeah.
I feel like that's any relationship. Everybody has a different love language.
Okay, well, take a drink then.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually 2. Have you been through that experience? Take 2 drinks.
Take 2. I took
Take
mine
2
too
drinks.
already.
Okay.
2. I gotta let this soda
Oh,
touch
God.
my teeth right now.
What does it do when it touches your teeth?
It stains your teeth. But since we couldn't have no straws on the set.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna come out with a soul or a straw line.
Hey,
Thank you.
There you go. That solves the
That way
problem.
my guests can drink from straws on my
Thank you.
set. Got you. No problem. So you realize your partner has a different love language than you.
Mhm.
Am I being nosy by asking, can someone share an experience when you've realized that your partner had a different love language than you?
Look at me for the first time.
He said, "I'm single." Hello.
Do you want to share?
I think I've known her love language for a while, even before we got married. We were friends for a minute, so I kind of knew what that was. I kind of knew what it was going to be like, for the most part anyway, getting into it. So yeah, I think if it's the same, it's kind of boring. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I feel like we definitely have different love languages. I'm more of like I feel like my love language is providing, where I feel like my husband's love language is touch and stuff like that is his love language. And mine is more like, if I'm doing for you, I feel like I'm showing you love, where his is more like the sentimental, if I'm
Affectionate.
affectionate type. Yeah.
I'm not very affectionate neither.
Yeah.
I think it's like how we grew up though. We're just not like, are you an affectionate type of person?
No.
Are you affectionate?
No.
Why do you
Damn.
guys feel like you're not affectionate?
Because my mom didn't. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I think, I don't know. For me, I think it's more of like a male. Like, I don't know. I have to
Really?
like make sure that I get the flowers and I say the compliments. Like, it doesn't come first nature for me.
Does she like the flowers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, she's a flower person.
Yeah, she's a flower gift.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Are you Are you more of a physically affectionate type of person? Or are you more of like, I'm going to provide for you? I'm going to buy things for you to show you that I care about you.
Buy. Yeah, I'd rather buy.
Why? What's up with men showing affection?
I don't, it's just not my language.
I don't know. It's like
I don't know how to speak
guard,
it.
right?
I don't even know what's going on with this part right here.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my sons are going to be very affectionate. Bo's gonna have us drunk because that doesn't count for laughing at a scenario because we already stated it.
The question is totally confused me.
So listen,
Of course it did, Bo.
I feel like my sons are gonna be very affectionate type of men when they get older because I'm very like kissy with my kids. Like I'm very lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
affectionate with my children. I am.
Do you feel like growing up you had a lot of affection or no?
No.
I feel like that's a lot of our reasons.
Yeah.
I know that's my reason.
Yeah, I don't want to put anybody on blast. Like my mom didn't give me enough hugs, but no, I think for the most part it was just. I think it was a time. I think we're all kind of like millennials, right?
Yeah.
Or in that space, so it's kind of like parenting then was different than parenting now. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
my
not sure.
parents, my dad was 53, my mom's born in 59. So my dad's in his 70s, my mom's in her 60s. Growing up, I literally just told mom this. My dad was very the affectionate person.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was very like the hugger, the like,
Mm-hmm.
he still is like that. I need a hug. He'll always tell me like randomly, like, I need a hug.
Mm.
My mom is not affectionate at all. My mom is like, don't touch me. Like, she does not get down like that. She is not an affectionate type of person. She'll tell you she loves you through like the things that she does for you or like her actions of like how she'll cater to you in a sense. But she's not affectionate at all. So I feel like that stemmed off on why I'm not very affectionate. We were just talking about this the other day, right? So it's crazy how I just picked this one.
Maybe you wrote that out of that.
I don't know. Maybe I did, but who knows? Anyway, next, Bo.
Yeah.
Do you want dating dilemmas, relationship realities, marriage myths, or expectations?
Marriage myths.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go
That was
there.
quick.
He was ready.
Yeah.
Were you ever married, Bo?
No.
No.
Were you ever close to
Were
being
you ever
married?
engaged?
Oh, he's sweating. He's sweating.
I never, no, never close. Never
You never
woke
proposed?
Up, never woke up thinking that I want to marry anybody. Not one day in my life.
Okay. Have you been in a lot of relationships or just
No, just two.
small,
Two
long term? Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And
That's
you
it.
never felt like in those long term relationships?
I should have, but I didn't. But no, I never felt I should have at that time. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the mic. Speaking to the mic.
Oh
Speaking
shit!
to the
I'm
mic.
sorry. Oh, that's why you were talking to me, my man. How you doing over there, my man Chino?
Yeah,
Till my
pay
breath
attention to
stinks or
Chino in the
something.
back. He gonna
All
get you
right.
together
From over there.
I'm sorry.
He gonna get you together. Can
All
you
right.
hear him? Okay,
All right,
good.
sorry.
Everything's good. Okay.
All right.
Maybe I didn't write on that one. Okay, a marriage myth. Once you're married, the spark will fade.
What's the agree? How many drinks?
Okay,
Oh,
so
do I
if
drink
you
this part?
agree with that, you take a drink.
Uh-huh.
If you've been through an experience like that, you take 2 drinks. If someone laughs, everyone takes a drink.
Wait, but
Yeah.
have you only been married once?
Yeah.
Okay. I've
Yeah.
only been married once.
So
How long have you been married?
13 years. Well, 13 in May.
How long have you been together?
Been together 15, but then I've known her since I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been married?
you know, don't kill me, Cody, but I never know how long I've been married for. I have to sit here and think, how old is my youngest son? Because we got married here, because we've been together. We go off of our first original date.
Which
So,
means you've been together how long?
almost 12 years.
Okay.
But yeah, dang.
So I'll take a sip, but I gotta explain because I
Yeah,
don't want to
okay,
get
yeah,
in
yeah.
trouble. Right?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Explain.
Said that.
All right. So the reason why I took a sip, because everybody has this perception of marriage as like that Disney happily ever after, and that's a bunch of bullshit.
Mhm.
Because the reality is you go through ups and downs. Marriage is a commitment,
Okay.
right? So sometimes it's gonna be ugly and it's gonna be beautiful. You're gonna have those sparks, and then you're gonna have those fires. You know. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm scared of that. You scared of that, Bo?
What part? I'm not scared of it, so I'm not going to go there. So say you're scared
Whoa,
of
what?
a house that you're never going to go in, so you don't have to be scared of it.
No, I'm saying like
Oh.
I just feel like
Are you afraid of the ups and downs? But that's even if you're married or
not. It's not about
not.
the ups and downs. It's about I'm the type of person that you already know. You
Yeah,
do
as soon
something
as-
that triggers me, I'm done. Like,
Mm.
I'm not, or like, I'll be done and I may give you 1,000 chances depending on
You
the
will.
circumstances. I'll give you a few chances, but yeah, I'm scared to be committed so deep that like I have to take it to like, I feel like divorces are such like nasty things.
No, they are.
Yeah.
So like I'm scared to take it that far because I know me, and like if things are unsettling with me, I just look at it like, dang, we're just not meant to be together. If you're not getting it after so many years, I may give you a good 3, 4, 5 years, whatever. If you're not getting it after so many years, okay, it's time for me to move on. I don't want to have to deal with a nasty divorce. I don't want to have to deal with anything like that. So yes, I will say that I am scared of that.
But I feel like it could be nasty either way, though. So even if you're not married or married,
PFA. If we're not married, I'll put a
piece of
PFA
paper.
on you. I will move out the state. I don't give two shits. I'm not tied to you in any type of way. I don't owe you alimony. You don't owe me. There's no court records that tie us together at all. You're just a psycho ex that won't leave me alone at this point. So that's really since we're on the topic. So that's really what it is. So yeah, but with marriage, it's like
it's a commitment for sure. But I mean, we have our boundaries, right? Like and this has never happened, it's never going to happen. But like, I would say for somebody else, like abuse, like any form of abuse, is like, nah. Even if you put your hands on me, you know, like I'm
calling the cops.
That's what I'm saying. If it gets to a point where you try and put me in jail, like, nah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it would
you put
never
your hands on me, you're going to jail.
There's some boundaries.
I'm just letting you know. Don't put your hands on me, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
So
I've never done that, so it's clear.
I'm just letting it be known.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Jail.
Do not touch my face.
Or anything else.
Not even joking.
Or anything else, but please don't touch my face. Because you know how psycho some people could be like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Okay. What was the one that I read? Do you think that once you get married, the spark will fade?
I feel like this, like he said, the spark is there, and then there's sometimes fires. So it's never picture perfect. I'll call you one day and I'll be in a mood. He just did something that made me really upset, and that feels like a fire. But then the next day, it could be just, I slept it off. We were cool. The spark is back. So I feel like marriage is never just strictly a spark. There's always like those in and outs in marriage.
And I feel like I do a really good job at not being biased with your relationship because like,
you're never just team me.
No, I'm team what's right. And I'm team I know my sister. So it's like, I will check her and let her know, like, reel it in a little bit. Like, I feel like you're just not understanding where he's coming from because what he's saying is right. And what you're saying is right. Like, I just had this discussion with her the other day. What you're saying is right. What he's saying is right. You are just arguing about two different things. But what you're both saying is right. You're just not on the same freaking path right now.
That's good.
So, like, and plus, like, he's my brother-in-law. And I've known him, he's been in her life 12 years. He's been in my kids' life. They're majority of their life. So like it's not that I take his side. It's just like I'm gonna be fair about it. I'm not gonna be biased about it. Like that's my dog. So if I could have his back a little bit, I'm gonna do that.
I'll save my comma if he could have your back.
Big back. Shut the hell up. Anyway, do you feel like if you get married, the relationship will fade? Like
I think it does. Even if you're not married, the relationship could fade.
Yeah.
So even, you don't have to be married to somebody to let that thing fade. It could happen within a year, just dating somebody.
That's true.
Yeah, it's faded with my relationship before, and I never got married, so yeah, it could fade.
You stay with it though, if it fades?
Oh, that's the sucky part.
That's the part about marriage though. You stay in those moments, it fades, and then you allow it to come back.
Right, and I feel like when it comes back stronger, better, brighter.
Do you feel like you're
says 40% of the people that get married.
But listen, do you feel like so you said you had two?
I gotta talk like this, by the way, so don't think I'm being weird.
So you said you had 2 long-term relationships.
Yes.
Okay, so do you feel like after that first relationship, it got better for the second relationship? Did you feel like you learned from your mistakes in that first relationship?
That's good.
Or do you feel like you broke up for the same reasons?
I shouldn't say that word. No, I should have learned, but I didn't. Yeah.
Do you feel like you made the same mistakes in both?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're taking accountability.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
100%.
let's talk
This
about
guy.
that. Yes, I
Yeah.
love men that take accountability. Let's talk about it. Okay. That's good. I feel like if you get married, the relationship, I don't think the relationship would fade. I agree with you. I feel like the relationship could fade whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married or not. So I'm not scared of that, of it fading away.
Mm-hmm.
I think if anything, being married for somebody for so long, it's like you gain a best friend. It's like someone who knows your in and outs.
Mm-hmm.
I love comfortability. So to me, that's precious. I love that. It's the legality behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the scary part for me. But like, I love to be in I would be in a relationship for 20 years if I could.
Mm.
You know, my sister's going to say what's going to happen to me when I die, buddy, not you. Okay. So that's just how I look at it. I don't know what to say. It's just, it is what it is. All right. Which one do you want? Dating dilemmas, relationship realities, marriage myths, or expectations versus reality?
Dilemmas. Only because you didn't pick that one yet.
Okay, dating dilemmas. I didn't pick expectations versus realities neither.
Oh, whoops.
You spend the whole date on your phone ignoring each other.
That's a no-go.
Guys, the merch is here. I know y'all been asking me, when am I dropping the merch? The merch is finally here. I got these hoodies, God's favorite Solor podcast. Sales of the hoodies go to paying for the podcast, y'all. So make sure y'all support. Make sure y'all go to majormedia.com. Show some love. When you scan the QR code, the YouTube channel comes up. You know, you gotta always promote. Like scan my arm real quick. Yeah, follow that. Hit follow, hit subscribe. Support my friends. So make sure y'all grab these hoodies. Support the podcast, y'all. These episodes are not free. You understand me? Y'all support, it keeps the episodes coming. So make sure y'all do that for me.
If you're on your phone, I barely touch my phone. I literally never have my phone.
I don't do the phone thing either with the date. So am I supposed to drink or not drink? Rules again.
Rules again.
So you think that's rude, right?
No, it's really rude. You're not like giving, if you have more time for a phone than you do your partner, that's not the right partner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're more in tune with being on a phone.
Dang, you're giving me a reality check right now and you're making me resonate more with how I feel.
Yeah.
So are you on your phone when you're on a date with your man?
No, that's the thing. It's the opposite way.
Oh, he is.
I have a lot of like money.
The person that I was.
But you have a lot of business.
Yeah,
you're a realtor.
so it's like I'm in the space now. I'm in the space now where I'm trying to be more intentional on not being like cutting that thing off. I'll work till 2:00 in the morning. I'll be at dinner with the family and my wife, you gotta put that away. You gotta stop. You gotta be present, you know? So
do you get upset when she tells you that or do you just put it away?
No, because she's right. She's right. She's absolutely right.
Do you ever try to argue the situation?
No, because she's absolutely. I mean, this is 13 years of marriage. I mean, in the beginning, I probably would have.
Yeah. What happens when it's not work? What happens when it's just you're scrolling on social media and I'm sitting right here?
Not happening.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that.
That's just a sign that it's just like not meant to be. Like if you're not here, you're not present with me. Like what do we need to even?
I don't know if it's not meant to be. That's strong. You know,
I feel like that's why I shouldn't get married. I told you any little thing. That's right. It. Any little thing.
I feel like if it's a continuous thing, like there's times that Cody, sorry, my husband's name is Cody, so I'm always gonna say Cody on here. But there's times that Cody and me could be sitting both on our phones and I might just be laying next to him. And that feels like our time, even though we're both scrolling, we're probably sending each other memes. But it's just in the moment. Like I can always tell when Cody wants me to put my phone down or vice versa, where I'm looking for your attention. You just can feel it. Like they're not on their phone. They want that attention at the time. And you don't feel that. I feel like.
Do you ever feel that way with reverse? Like, do you ever feel like your husband is on his phone and you feel like you crave his attention at times? And do you feel like he kind of senses this at the same time?
Yeah,
like,
for sure. So Cody is very big. Like I'm not big on a phone. I'm not big on social media. Where Cody is very well known. He talks to a lot of people. He's big on debating things on social media. And so at times I used to get really upset. Like, dang, like that whole paragraph, it could have been 30 minutes of us having some time here. And you're over here going back and forth with someone on social media. So I feel like he knows now after I've made that very clear. I feel like he now knows my body language where he knows to put his phone down and come next to me at this point.
Yeah. That's true. If I'm out with my friends, like I don't mind being on our phones. If we're on our phones, we're on our phones. Like we're probably showing each other videos or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. But like, yeah, I think it is kind of rude when you're on a date because it's like, dang, am I not that entertaining? Do you have nothing to say? Whatever. Anyway, go ahead. You pick one.
For me to pick the next topic?
Wait, did you pick a topic?
I have.
Yes. What's the one that we didn't go through? The
Expectations versus
Yeah.
reality.
That's the one I wanted anyway.
Okay.
See?
Look at God. Won't he do it?
Right. God is good.
Okay. So the
Dang,
expectation.
you guys didn't even say all the time. Damn.
Oh, my bad. My bad. All the
Oh,
time.
Just left me
God,
hanging.
it's because God is good.
I hope my
Good.
pastor
All the
is
time.
seeing this
God is
right
good.
now.
All the
All
time.
the time.
All the time.
Period.
God is good.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Combo.
Amen. All right. Expectation. You expect to be the perfect couple on social media, but the reality is behind the scenes, you have your fair share of problems. Do you ever find yourself in an instance where you've tried for social media or you just, I'll save you for last because I already know the answer to that. But do you find yourself, are you a social media type of person?
No, not at all.
Okay. So
Especially with a woman.
why?
So if you were with a woman, you're still not posting her or making it.
Honestly, I mean, I was honest. I didn't think about the question. No. I mean,
Why?
I have, but it's not often. It's not often.
Okay, so why?
Because it's my business. That's mine. That's mine. That's not yours.
Don't you want people to know that that's yours?
That's mine. That's not yours.
Okay, so what if
I
a
don't need my
woman?
woman. I don't need
What if
my
a woman tries to flip it and say, "Oh, you're hiding me"?
I'm
You
not
don't want
hiding
people to
That's
see that
not-
we're
I'd
together.
tell you if I was hiding you, I'd be honest, but I'm not hiding you. That's mine. That's
But
mine.
don't you
I
want the
don't need
world
to
to know that's yours?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
I have another question for you.
no.
I have another question for you because that comes off very possessive. I'm gonna be real.
I'm
Or-
Italian and Puerto Rican, man.
Exactly why I would never date another Spanish man again in my
You know?
life. I'm being real. And I'm gonna
But
tell you
is
why.
it because have you been disloyal in previous relationships?
And that's
Don't ask-
exactly
no,
why.
why are you asking me that question?
Because it
There's more people.
It comes
But have I?
off
No,
as
I'm not.
anyone that doesn't
No,
want
I'm
to
telling
like.
you, ma'am. I mean,
You
yeah.
ma'am,
No,
sir.
no. Hold on.
Sir.
You have to be
What?
sober. No,
Okay,
honestly.
let's take a drink to that.
No,
What the
no,
heck?
no. So,
Sir.
young lady. So where was I? Yeah. I don't even know where I was in that conversation. I told you I forget.
Were you unfaithful in a relationship?
Yeah,
No,
just
we
be
weren't there.
honest.
You brought us there, but I was there somewhere else before we got there.
I want to know why, because you said that's your business, but I feel like
I'll be
that's a
hon-
form of
because-
possession.
No, it's
like,
not. It's
yes,
not.
it is.
No. I'm not. If I was possessive, I would tell her not to post on hers.
Mm.
Right?
So you
I'm
don't
not.
mind her posting you.
But I like a lot of these guys that post their women on Facebook are doing it for people to look at their woman. I don't care what they say. A lot of these women. So my woman's my woman. I chose her for me, not for everyone else. So
I think that's a preference. Some people are just
Okay.
private, right? 'Cause
I'm very
I-
private with
from what
my
I see,
relationships.
You're
Yeah,
not really
I'm saying.
active
I'm not
on social media.
People
like,
know if I'm in a
regardless.
relationship. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not a secret. I'm not
Right.
out there. You know. But I just don't feel necessary to put my lady on my social media
Yeah.
all the time. I just don't think it's
Are
necessary.
you okay with her putting you on hers?
If she wishes to, yeah.
Okay.
I care less.
Yeah, I didn't get the possess. I think I got more of like the private. He doesn't want everybody up in his
The
business.
reason why I say
Yeah, all of a sudden I had to
possessive.
turn into a
This-
thought. You know, like that was weird.
Okay, so maybe we're a little aggressive.
You were.
Listen.
I'm like, I gotta save him a little bit. Let me help him out real quick.
Let me tell you something. The reason. Wait, listen, Bo. Listen,
I'm not
gonna tell you
answering a
why.
question by the way you asked me.
Listen, the reason why I ask is because you know how some women are.
Mm.
They try to flip it. Like, okay, you're not posting me on
Mhm.
social media. You
I've
have
never had
something
that
to
argument.
hide.
I've never had that
Hide.
argument.
Or
Mhm.
Okay.
you
Never.
what do you have? What's your majority of your social media? If you do have social media, are your friends list females? Are they males?
Both. I don't do it for. I do it mainly for work. If I post something, it's for my kids on my work.
Mm.
It's not something about me or my lady.
Yeah, I like that. You seem like a private type of person,
Yeah.
but some men, the way you answered it when you're like, it's mine.
Well, that
Like,
she
men be so strong on that word,
I'm still by
mine.
that. And my man's married her, so if he doesn't say that, he's I don't know. I just think that
That's how Chino felt when he seen his wife FaceTime today.
So, you know what
He
I'm
was
saying?
like,
He's Dominican. He
Mine,
understands.
mine. Like, y'all get possessive.
That's
real
mine. That's
quick.
my
Like,
lady.
that
That's
is
mine.
Don't
Yeah,
look at her.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Chino knows. Good for you, Chino.
There's some men though that naturally like that. Some men really like when their women, they look at
Are
their women
sought
like a
after.
trophy. So they're just
Yeah.
like, okay, I like posting my women. I like doing stuff like that.
Well, I post. I don't. I think that to go back to the question, I don't post the ugly. I don't. Because that's to me that's private, right? I mean, you know, you'll see us on vacation, you'll see the anniversaries, but I'm not gonna say, hey, we're arguing right now. She left dishes in the me leaving dishes. I left dishes in the sink. You know, I don't post that.
That's nice.
Because I think some people just be putting stuff on Facebook, man. It just be like,
I'm not gonna lie. When I was in my 20s, I used to be like that, and I'm not gonna lie. I felt attacked. I felt like someone was doing it to me, so I felt like, okay, I'm gonna start doing it to you to see how you like it. Like, let's. Like, two could play this game. Yeah. But then I grew to realize, like, girl, you just look stupid. Like, just let the person have it. Let them go at it on social media.
I mean, we all look back at our social media and be like, yo, why did I say that?
No, but
I put like the weirdest lyrics, like I was Lil Wayne. I'm like, yo, why am I rapping? Like, what am I doing?
I see grown people. We all look back like, to this day, grown people still posting their relationship issues on social media, airing out their significant other. It is so annoying.
Because I think it's even worse when they get back with them after.
Yeah, like you look dumb.
Yeah, because I've seen somebody on Facebook. I seen somebody on Facebook airing out their significant other, and the person was like, okay, but you're gonna get back with her anyway, so take a self-check. That shit was hilarious.
Exactly.
That shit
Did they delete
the
post after?
I don't know. I didn't even go to look. I don't know, but it was so funny because I felt that way because I'm like, dang, every time this person pops up on my timeline, they are crying. What is going on? You probably know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna just stay quiet, but it is what it is. If it works for them, it works for them. But I was doing that in my 20s. I'm not a crash out in my 30s. You can have that.
Is that what they call it? Crash out?
Yeah.
She was crash out. I was.
You were.
I was down bad.
You crashing them all out.
You were posting in your 20s about your relationship?
No, I was responding to the posts about my relationship. That's how I felt. I was responding to things instead of just letting things just whatever. I was responding to things, and then like I'd share a meme.
Can I ask those two a question?
Yeah,
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Do you two feel like social media affects a marriage in a negative way? With all I heard someone say before, and it resonated with me. Years ago in the 60s, a man and a woman, they came home from their job and they went straight home. And there was no, from that ride from work to home, there was no, I can't think of the word. It's nothing to entice them.
Right.
Now, with the social media, how do you guys feel about that with your,
like temptation?
Yeah, with all the options that are on there now for, she's watching what the next man's doing do you feel that? Do you feel that in marriage?
That's a good question.
That social media wrecks a lot of marriages?
I feel like it depends how you work your social media. I feel like my husband has a lot of friends, whether it's female or male on there, and a lot of them post themselves at the beach or going out to a club or anything like that. But I don't feel any type of way. I feel like there's boundaries. For instance, like I'm not about to watch a certain video or stare down a certain picture of a male. Most of the times my hands just go right past that. I'm not liking pictures of males.
I was going to say, if I'm next to you, it's scrolling.
See, this is why the married people should not be answering these questions with the cameras.
Like if I'm sitting next to you, I'm scrolling. If I'm not next to you, I'm watching the video.
I don't think it even
Cody.
No, I don't feel like it even catches my eye, honestly. I just feel like I'm
watching the video. I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like my mind is built different. I don't think to like watch another person like that. It doesn't entice me at all.
I'm just nosy. I don't give a shit. I'm just nosy. I want to see what the hell you're doing. Like
I would feel like now there's boundaries, like I said. So for instance, like if my man is out there liking every girl's picture and stuff, no,
that's disrespectful. I think that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
I think that's disrespectful.
Nothing worse than your man and 76 others love this post. That shit is the most triggering thing to me. I hate that. I feel like you are such a bitch if you do
like
that.
I don't mind if my man's liking a picture of a female when she's like with her family or anything like that, but if a girl's posting her bathing suit and she's out in the club or whatever and you're liking that single picture, like sir, no. But I've never had to go through that.
There is boundaries because I'm not gonna lie, some of the picture, and I will say this, some of the pictures that I post, it could just be a regular picture. I see the people that like it, and if I feel like you're the type of guy that I know that you're in a relationship, I'm like
I see anything.
I'd be like,
social media.
Yeah, I think
that's why I get triggered. If my man is to like a girl's picture, I'm triggered because I'm like, I know she thinking she got one up on me. I know she thinks she got something on me, and she don't. But I'm like, she thinks she got something on me. But little do you know, this nigga would like anything. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So next question. All right. I'm going to pick one. I'm going to do marriage myths. Financial struggles always lead to divorce.
That's not true.
Percentages say it is true, but it's
Or
not
to
always
break up.
true.
Not
You're
always
right. It's
true.
not always true, but percentages say it is true.
Why do what do you mean?
But it also says that's
he's
true
right.
again in any relationship.
Yeah, they said like
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like they can lead to,
yeah,
but it all
depending on
depends.
how you're looking at it?
Yeah, statistically, it says finance is the reason why a majority of
Majority,
marriages
yeah.
of divorce.
Yeah. But I
So-
feel like it's how you take it
Mm-hmm.
with financials, because there's times we're going to be down bad. There's times we're going to be up. I'm not going to divorce you when we're down bad, like ever. But if we're down bad because you're making bad decisions and you're not using your money smart
Yeah.
and thinking to be smart about it, then yeah, we're going to have some issues.
But if you're just naturally struggling because you both are trying to make ends meet,
Yeah, if
and
we're
you
both
can't give up-
doing our 40 hours like we're supposed to every single week and things are just getting expensive and that's life these days, and so be it. We're going to have those ups and downs, but not based off of bad behaviors and bad
no.
decisions.
No, for me, there's a space. I'm like super optimistic. That's one of my problems, right? Like if I have an idea, I'm like, yo, this is gonna work, and my
Yeah.
wife has to be like, no, you're gonna slow down because that's a bad investment. That's a bad
Yeah.
move. You're not gonna stick with it for a long time. So yeah.
I'm like that too. You know how many things I've executed or tried to like put into motion, and I'm like, yep, fail.
Right.
Next.
Another one. Got a bunch of stuff in my basement that
I always say, if you know me personally, if you know me, I'm always onto something new every year.
Mm.
Like if you just
Mm.
know me personally in my life, you know every year I'm doing something different or I'm on to something, trying to figure out the next way to get to a bag. That's
Mhm.
just how I work.
That's it.
It's your turn to pick one.
The one on the top one,
This one, dating dilemmas.
please.
You've been ghosted after what you thought was a great date. I noticed we didn't drink to anything we agreed with or
I've been
any
following
of
the
that.
rules.
We
I
just
Well,
have
they-
no-
they
we
have been on a
literally
date.
we've been so in depth of the conversation that we literally forgot
That's
we're playing
good,
the
though.
game. But that's
Yeah.
great. I'm great.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you ever been ghosted after what you thought was a great date?
No.
Yeah, I can't sip
all.
to that. I've never had an
Yeah,
experience.
I'm a sip anyway, but not to that.
Actually, we talked about this. I am gonna sip to that. Not because I thought it was a great date, but because someone thought it was a great date.
Was
So
it the
you
extra
ghosted
large?
somebody.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely ghosted someone because they didn't supersize her meal before. I'm not even lying.
Like McDonald's?
Yeah, like was
supersized?
real cheap about it.
Oh.
And she
That's
was
not true.
Maybe he didn't have it. What if he didn't have
He
it?
had it.
Girl.
Is he on
And it
your?
wasn't a meal.
Does he
not what we're
watch his
talking
podcast?
He could, because he has me on social media. So, and I already talked about the last time, and it wasn't
Next
about
time,
supersizing a meal. And I'm gonna be
supersize it.
real, I was 21 years
$1.
old.
Uh-huh.
I'm
$1.10.
32 years old now. It wasn't about that. We went to the movies. They had asked him, does he want the larger Coke?
Oh, so he's
He-
just trying. He's
Time out.
being
No, he
fiscally responsible. And you're like, no, let me save this dollar
No.
for a rainy day.
Bye.
he literally said,
My
he
man.
said, listen, he
My
said, he was like, how much is it? So if he would have never asked that, we would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you would have just been like, nah, just keep it as a medium or a small, I would have been straight.
What year was this?
She said
Prior to
2013.
2013. It was a rough economy then.
No,
Rough.
I'm just trying to say
The kid had to be in
No,
high
it was
school.
after
Wasn't the kid in high school?
2015. $3.
I'm
Yeah.
just messing around.
Like,
I'm
what are we
messing around.
talking about? No, it was not rough then.
So did you take it personal? Like, oh, he's
It
not
wasn't
spending
about
money
taking it
on me?
personal. I'm not
or-
gonna lie. It wasn't about taking it personal. Like I said, I'm one of those people. Not that I'm scared of commitment. I've been in long-term relationships. My relationships have always been long-term. Other than that, I just played the single field. I'll
Mhm.
deal with a guy here and there or whatever. So yeah, I build things up in my head to turn me off. So it was because he asked how much it was. I was just like, what did it matter? Like, it's 40 something extra cents. Like, you're budgeting like that. Not like that I was being rude, but I was being rude. I was 21, whatever. I'm still cool with the guy to this day.
You live
We
and
still
learn.
talk on social media.
Do you wish you paid that
So
40
you
cents,
broke
my
up with a
man?
guy. You ghosted the guy for 40 cents.
He
It
wishes
wasn't
he
just
paid
about
that.
the
How do
40
you
cents.
sleep
It
at
wasn't
night,
just about
Laura?
the 40 cents. This is the thing.
I'm just playing. I'm just
That
kidding.
was strike one.
Okay.
That was just
I
strike
bet you
one.
paid the
You're
40
blocked
cents
after
Okay,
now.
this.
so it's more to it then.
He's
Okay.
paying.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
tried
yeah.
to kiss me on the first date.
Okay.
And
That-
he didn't pay the 40
There
cents.
was
Then
no,
he tried to get a
vibe.
That
kiss.
part.
There was no
Thank you.
vibe or
So
nothing,
it was
right?
like this.
I'm
You're
paying
trying to
80
kiss
cents
me.
on
But you
20.
couldn't supersize my freaking soda
40
at the movie
cents.
theater for 40 cents. But you're trying to kiss
40
me.
cents.
At the end of the date, you're trying to kiss me, but
Damn,
you
man,
couldn't
I'm trying to-
supersize my drink for 40 cents. Like, no,
Nice.
we're not doing that. You tried it. Right plan, wrong girl. Next. And yeah, that's it. That's how it went. We're cool on social media to this day. He'll slide
You're actually
up.
blocked right now, but
He's not blocked.
no, I'm saying you're blocked after this.
He ain't blocking me. Trust me.
No.
He ain't blocking
He's
me.
still trying to kiss. He's still
He
trying
is
to
not.
kiss.
Trust me,
He
he's
said
not
still
blocked.
trying to
He's
kiss.
on his
Still
way
trying
to
to
the.
kiss.
He's on his way to
Nah,
the
Hope
you
you're
right
gonna
now.
get
Slide up on
tonight.
Snapchat. Like, I know you were talking about me on that episode.
It
Like,
was. Sorry, friend.
and that's okay. I'm gonna be like, isn't that your girlfriend you be posting all the time?
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. We're gonna do a couple more cards and then we're gonna get into the questions. Okay. Because I feel like we've been doing really good.
Yeah.
All right. Who picked the last card?
Me.
So,
Right?
man,
Your turn.
Let me do myths.
Marriage myths. Good. I'm glad you picked that one.
Debunk.
Love is enough to keep a marriage alive. Do you
Ooh.
believe it? Take a drink. If you feel like you're experiencing it, take two drinks. If you think that is hilarious,
Love
everybody's-
keeps a marriage alive.
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna agree
love.
with that.
It's just love.
It's a just love. So I mean, I
It
think
says love is enough. So basically,
Yep,
that's what they're
that's
saying.
what she says. So who's
That's-
drinking to that? Who's drinking to that?
I mean,
First off, sir. She hit you with the sir.
It was way back from earlier.
I don't know. I think you got to define what love is, though. You know what I'm saying?
So love is okay. Love. Okay. So do you believe in loving someone and being in love with someone?
Yeah, I feel like you could love someone, but then there's a difference of being in love with someone for sure.
Mhm.
Do you feel that way?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Us agreeing on something, Bo.
Look at you guys. You guys come a long way. You are agreeing on something. Look, right?
It's been a beautiful journey. It
Thank
has
you.
been.
You guys
Beautiful
came.
journey.
But no, I okay. So I feel like there is a difference between being in love and loving somebody. I feel like okay. So say you don't connect with somebody. Say you're arguing all the time. You're not seeing eye to eye.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Technical difficulties, but we're good.
Sorry.
We're good. Cut. No, we're good.
I know.
So you could have situations where you love each other. I love you to death.
Mhm.
But we're just not seeing eye to eye. We don't click. There's nothing exciting about the relationship. Nothing exciting. So is love enough to keep the relationship going at that point? Like when do you believe that?
No, I think
No.
love fades. So and love, not in the sense of like I don't care about you, but I think the warm, fuzzy feelings that fades and that comes.
Mhm.
So I take back my sip. I'm gonna spit it out.
You gonna spill
But
it?
like, are we
Okay.
talking about being in love or just loving
It's just saying love is
someone?
enough to keep someone to keep a
It's
marriage
saying that
alive.
is love. What I get from it is love enough to forget about all the other stuff.
Yeah, that's basically.
That's what I'm getting from that
Yeah.
question, and it's a hell no.
He's poetic.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Bo. It's a
Mhm.
hell no for me too. I'm sorry.
I mean, when you say it in a sense of like over anything else, then of course not. But I feel like
So there I go again, being Miss Runaway. I don't care. No, love is not enough to keep me. I'm sorry. If you stop doing stuff that makes me want you, if I no longer,
but then you're no longer in love with them.
let me tell you something. You don't have to be in love.
What
I
if,
said
what
love.
if you're
You
not
can love
attracted
somebody.
to them anymore?
That's the thing.
Is love enough to keep that?
There's only one person that I've ever dated where I'm like, dang, I'm just not attracted to you anymore. All my exes, I'm still attracted to them. Like, y'all still look good. I'm just not on that. I'm not attracted to you mentally. Like, you don't stimulate me sexually. Like, I don't want you on that type of level. How do I say it? I don't know how else to explain it.
I don't want this to sound low, but I feel like there's a
Say it.
I feel like you need to maintain yourself. And no offense, but like how my husband met me, if he's maintaining himself, then I need to maintain myself as well.
Okay.
So if you're just letting yourself go, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be as attracted potentially.
So if someone gets big in the relationship,
So I can't.
someone has the right to leave.
That's
I think
what
it's
she's
a
saying, but I agree with her.
I feel like
That's
it's a
what she's
good
saying.
conversation. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely
Okay.
because, yeah, like there's things like, no offense, like you just might not be able to do if you're gaining all that weight. You might not have time to be playing with our kids. You might not be able to go out and get on a roller coaster because you're so big.
Or you.
Like, there's
That's
I
a
don't-
roller coaster. I just snorted.
you definitely did, but I just feel like no. I feel like there's definitely if both of us I feel like both should maintain themselves in a way of keeping each other. Where you found me is where I hope to be. And over time, of course, are we going to get a little saggier and maybe put on a few more pounds? Of course. But it's the
I ain't gonna get
unhealthy.
saggy. That's what happens when you invest.
Girl,
I'm just
bye.
saying.
Anyway,
Okay, good.
I just feel like there's you need to maintain. And over time, things are going to get different. But when you just completely let yourself go, I feel like, no, there could be times
So
that.
love's not enough then at that point.
Ooh, look at you coming back to that. All
I think
right,
it's
Bo.
a
That's the
period. I think it's a
question. That's the
conversation.
question.
It's a conversation.
Yeah, like it
Yes.
goes more in depth though, I feel.
Yeah.
Like I said, for instance, if you're not able to maintain, like, I don't want you to be that Debbie Downer when me and my kids want to go have a good time and you
You
can't
think being fat means you can't go enjoy yourself?
No, but
Yes.
there's a lot of big people that can't because their
Yes.
bones hurt. They can't physically move.
No,
I'm
they
so
said you can't.
serious.
I got boys. If we can't run, that's a problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Thank you. I
We
have
can't
boys
run.
too,
Yeah.
so I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but I want to keep up with my kids. I want to. This is why they're single. I'm so serious. This is
I
why.
don't know if it's the liquor, but I keep.
Okay, Peppa Pig.
Oh.
No, seriously. I feel like you have to keep up. You have to keep up. And if you don't stop laughing right now.
We missed what Bo said though.
Yeah,
Bo
damn.
said something crazy. We missed it.
Yeah, Bo, what'd you say? He don't remember. He don't remember the damn question, Bo. Bo, what was the
It
question?
was deep at the time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it was deep at the
It's
time.
gone.
It was deep at the time. It was deep.
Yeah.
Oh, she's crying.
I said.
She
What
was
did I
a
say?
cancer.
Yeah, cancer's
Big
big
cry.
cry.
No, I'm a
evidently.
Taurus, big Taurus. Taurus season coming up.
Yawn.
You're two-faced.
Oh, God.
Gemini. I'm laughing because what did you just say, Bo? I said, do you feel like being fat?
What did you
Yeah,
I
so I
still
did
don't
forget about that.
I said, do you feel like because you were like, you think I'm going to stop myself because me and my kids want to go have fun and I said, wait, so you think being fat means whatever? He's like, yes.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
Because you imprison your family at that weight.
Thank you.
You're not the only one that's imprisoned. Like your kids can't do stuff. Like honestly,
Yo,
like,
yeah. That is cold hearted,
Yeah,
yo.
like,
Damn. Before. You guys got me sweating here.
no,
I
but
didn't see
seriously,
that.
do you watch My 600-Pound Life?
No, I don't
Okay,
watch. I don't watch
I
that.
love that show, for real.
But they're
and
in
maybe it
prison.
makes
Their
me feel a
family's in
little bit good
prison.
about
The people that
myself,
got to
but-
take care of them, the mother, the wife, that's
Yeah,
just in the house
But
with
you
their
have
fat
kids
ass.
you have kids
I
who are
was
taking
fat.
care
I
of
was 80
them.
pounds heavier. And at some point, you gotta be like, yo, I don't want to be fat no more, and I want to be loved because if I'm not fat, if
You're
I'm
about to
fat,
be kicked
I'm
off
gonna
your
be
own
you.
set.
I think there might be some health conditions that we're forgetting about though. You know what I mean?
Yes, thank you. No, seriously, all seriousness, do you want your kid actually helping you as a big person because you can't
That's why I
wash
lost
your
80
back?
pounds because I wanted to play with my
You
kids.
can't
at my
wash
age.
your back.
Right?
You, like, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm sorry, but being of that size, like, you do put a lot of
She's
stress
really
onto your
fat-shaming
family.
here.
I'm not fat
I
shaming
wasn't
at all.
fat-shaming.
By all means, and I said there's boundaries, like there's limits. So if you
Okay,
gain a
so
little
what's
bit,
the biggest size you're willing to go?
and I don't even know because there's different heights. There's
What was
different.
the question?
There's everybody has different heights and different weights that go with them, but there's no actual weight, Laura.
Singles, 1 point. Married, 0 because he shut you down with that. How do we lose?
I don't know. I know we're playing a game.
How are y'all up one?
Playing that. Don't-
Dude, change the rules mid-episode.
Literally. The question was, is love enough? Jesus. Is love enough to keep a marriage going? And you said, yeah. And he said,
Well, then he spun it around on me.
Exactly.
No, because
So
he then
clearly
said about
love is
love.
not enough. He literally, it doesn't matter what the extent is. It could be because the nigga smells. It doesn't matter what it
Bad
is.
hygiene's a
over.
big another
Yeah,
one right
it's
there.
over.
Yeah, if your breath stinks,
Sorry.
we're
Yeah,
done.
it's over.
Yeah.
You're going to like the
That's it. If you're not willing to go change that and get
Yeah.
figure
I think it's a
no.
conversation. If you're breath saying, I'm like, yo, we might have to go schedule something.
That's it. And
You know
you
what
could
I'm saying?
kindly say that to your
After you're
partner.
married?
Yeah.
We're addressing the
Yeah.
breath?
No, because
No, I'm
maybe
just
something
saying,
that comes
there might be
on.
a bad
It could be
okay,
at any moment if your
halitosis
breath
or
stinks,
something,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm saying we're having a conversation. Like, you
Yeah.
get overwhelmed, like, yo,
And
like,
you know how people be
there's a
like,
gym down
you know
the
how some
street.
people say,
I wouldn't say all that, Rodney.
I'm
some
not
people
saying like
say,
that, but
I'm
I'm like,
scared to
let's
tell
go-
someone. How do you
let's
tell
say-
someone they stink? I'm not scared.
I'm not scared at all. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, especially if you're sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna let
have
you
to
know, that's
address
it.
that.
I feel like if you're married at that point, like you should be able to tell each
Okay,
other
I
that.
lied.
Yeah,
There's
it's a
some
conversation.
situations where I did say something. Shay, you know that situation. I told you about that one time.
That's enough.
No, because she experienced it by herself.
Next. Ugh.
Okay, stop. Come on, time out. Cut.
There is no
cut.
cutting. Continue.
Breathe, deep breathe. Okay, yeah. So love is not enough to keep marriage going.
No, so I'm gonna take back my sips.
So
No.
you agree with me?
I'm agreeing with Bo right now.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
get
So,
bullied.
so
Don't get
Cody,
bullied.
don't
Don't
get
let him
fat.
bully you.
Don't get fat,
Okay,
Cody.
do you believe love
No.
is enough to keep her going?
I think love is like, it's bigger than just,
Oh, here's a good question.
Oh boy.
From the
Dang, you're not even gonna let Ronnie finish
Wait,
his
wait,
damn
wait.
sentence.
He's gonna add to this. Listen, I want you to add to this.
okay.
Do you feel like from the time that you've met your significant other, there has been a drastic change in them?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we go through stages, right? Like,
For the better or for like something
it
that
gotta
you...
be for the better. It gotta be for the
No,
better.
no. I'm saying sometimes people get into the relationships with someone and they feel like, okay, maybe people like you guys met your significant others when you were young.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, maybe they had the perfect bodies. Maybe they were just like that girl, that boy, whatever the case may be. And as
It
they
was.
got older, you know, maybe things weren't as attractive. You have kids, things happen.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's the same thing. Like, it's a conversation. I think love is bigger than just. I think the way that we define love is just differently. So one of the things that me and my wife have to be on the same page defining love. It has to be a conversation. So if it's a bad breath, or if it's too big, or if it's like, yo, or me, like, because there's situations like, I don't know. Oh, I went through a phase where I just had the craziest beard. I didn't get it lined up. I was just letting it. I was really like, I came back from Jamaica. I had dreadlocks. I'm Rastafarian. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
So
you wasn't even getting it. tamed.
I was just letting it everything. No, nothing twisted. My wife,
She had to check you.
she had to check me.
Of course,
right?
period, as she
Right?
should.
Of
Yeah,
course.
you don't look at me like that.
I'm just saying.
But yeah,
I see she got you together.
I mean, she did, because even before when we were married, before we were married, you know, I really didn't. There's certain things I didn't care about, right?
And she really put you on. to
She
that.
put me on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women do that a lot.
Yeah.
Look at Bo. He's like,
So I think love is
fucking
bigger
hate
than just like that.
He's like, I hate
The
y'all.
answering that question. I think, yeah.
Well, you could get into so many avenues with that
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
But really, love is not enough to keep marriage. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
one
No.
simple
I think
answer
it
is
is.
no.
I think
The
there's a
answer is
lot of avenues in love that
The answer is a yes or no.
He's saying yes. My man said yes.
I think
Whoever your
my
wife is a
definition of
lucky
love-
lady.
it is enough.
Good
Because
for
love
you.
will make me change.
He's
Love
never
will
getting
make me
divorced.
adapt. Love will
Mhm.
make me give up some things. Love will make me
Oh,
compromise.
but what if that?
Question,
What if
here-
your partner isn't willing to make those
Then
changes
this-
for
then-
you?
then-
Then love's not enough.
It's not gonna work.
If
Yeah.
Then
you
love's
love
not
your
enough.
significant other, but say, God forbid, they fall into drugs, is love enough to keep you in that marriage?
Yeah, we're committed. That's marriage.
Nah,
no.
you ain't about to be a crackhead stealing shit from me and my
Yes.
kids.
No, that's commitment.
No,
So it's like you have to. There's a conversation, right? It's very.
No, I'm with you on
No,
that.
it's a
No.
conversation. If you decide that you
do
want to
what?
go experiment, if you go down that route,
No, you
there has
can't.
to be a piece of you that's like, yo, I need to become better. If there's a piece of you that doesn't want to become better, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if like you're
But at some
addicted to
point- but
something
you have children?
and you're seeking help and you're following, you're trying, You know what I mean? I'm gonna stick it out.
So do you have children?
I have 4.
You have 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
So if your wife was suffering with substance abuse
Mm-hmm.
and she kept relapsing and trying to do the right thing, she had the right intentions,
Mm-hmm.
poor execution, obviously for the relapse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you stick by her and let the children see that?
So I mean, there's certain spaces I would protect my kids. Obviously, I don't want them to being overexposed to things that are going to traumatize them. But it's going to suck. It's going to be the worst thing. And
So how do you
I
protect?
commend
How do
you
you
for
protect
that.
your
I
kids?
commend you for
from
that.
something
there might be a separation. There might be a space of separation. But
the goal is to come right back.
marriage is commitment.
Mhm.
Like
I like that.
Yeah, it's
See,
commitment.
the way you put it like that,
The
Yeah,
separation.
that's like, okay,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. That was good.
yeah.
So like if you're coming back together after that, but the goal in mind is we're gonna be together. I'm not
Yeah.
separating from you to go find something
See,
different.
if I was
Yeah.
his wife, I would not want him on podcast
Why?
because he's so nice, and all these women are going to be in his podcast and in his DMs.
Oh,
I
they
mean.
can. I mean,
Yeah,
Blocked.
he's such a nice guy.
my wife fights.
He's
She
such
does
a nice
this.
guy.
She fights.
He really is. He's
I
a nice
think-
guy.
I mean, I give it kudos to girls who slide in men's DMs, but I'm just not
Kudos
that.
to what?
I'm just saying, if you have enough balls, if you have enough balls,
But no, honestly,
I'm
he's a
saying
good guy.
in
You're a great guy.
No,
That's a great
I'm not
answer.
saying
That's a
sliding
great
in a
answer.
married
That's a
man's
great
DMs.
answer.
Hold on,
I mean, in general.
Oh, man, that
I'm
was
not
smooth,
saying
though.
sliding in a married man's DMs. I'm saying sliding in anyone's DMs, period. I give you kudos, but it's just not that. So I just feel like, why would you slide in someone's DMs?
Married person's DMs. That's wild.
No, it's
Yeah, sliding in a
That's
married
wild.
person's DMs is freaking
Married.
crazy.
that as well.
You're desperate. You're delusional.
Married.
You're very insecure. That's an insecurity.
Well, I mean, I haven't. I don't think I've ever been in a marriage, but I don't think it's insecurity.
Have you slid? Why is it not an insecurity?
No, because they're not off limits. Because you're married does not mean you're off limits. There's a
I'm absolutely-
I think it's an insecurity.
Stop.
You by yourself now, bro.
All right,
I
you're
can't
being
say
honest.
anything
You're being
else,
honest.
bro.
All right. All right. I'm not saying names now. I mean, there's a lot of married women that I have entertained. So please,
That
let's not act like that doesn't exist. So yeah, I'm just gonna
For
stop
the
there.
record, I'm off limits.
Yeah, I'm not.
Period.
Wife is off limits.
I'm not saying you or your
He
wife.
said,
sir.
let me make sure I let y'all know my wife is off limits too.
I'm just saying, like, you know,
She fights.
there's, I don't know. God bless,
Why did you feel comfortable to slide in that woman's inbox?
because they were mine.
Oh,
They were
so
once
you had a
yours.
previous relationship with this person, but if it was just a
Ooh.
random girl
The
you
married
knew,
one?
No, he said that
Oh,
she
the
slid
married
in
one?
his.
I don't think.
Or
Oh,
you just randomly
so
slid in a married girl's DM.
No.
he said that
so
no,
she
no,
slid
his.
into your DMs and she was married.
Oh,
And
I
you
don't know how
entertained
I
it.
don't know how it started, but I know we were in there. That's an honest answer. That's an honest answer. How it started, I can't confirm that.
He
but-
don't remember. He don't remember what the last question
Yeah,
was.
bro.
But,
Acting like he got amnesia
but
on the
there's
set.
a lot of there's a. So are we saying that married women are not entertaining in DMs? Is that what we're saying?
Married women.
No,
oh, yes,
there
they
is
are.
some married
Oh.
women who entertain.
Let me
but
tell you, I know a lot
I'm
of
asking,
married
did
women
she
that are
I'm
slide
not
in your-
attacking, by the way.
No.
I'm just asking.
Did she
I
slide
don't
into
use-
your DMs? There's a difference. Did
He
she
doesn't
slide into
remember.
your DMs?
There
Or
are,
if-
there are married women
would
that
you-
slide in my DMs.
would you
ma'am.
feel comfortable to slide in a married woman's DMs?
Oh yes.
Are you
ma'am.
that desperate?
That's not desperate. Are you kidding me? Listen, hold on. Time out.